You ever talk to a girl, walk away, and immediately start spiraling like, bro, was she into me? Or am I just making this up? Yeah, we've all been there. Most guys don't miss signs because they're dumb. They miss them because women rarely make it obvious. The real clues are small, subtle, and easy to brush off in the moment. So in this video, I'm breaking down 10 real signs she's attracted to you. And trust me, the last one is the final boss. Bro, you're not crazy. Number 1, she laughs a little too hard at your jokes. And I'm not talking about polite laughing, like the little courtesy chuckle people do to keep things moving. I mean the kind where her eyes soften, her body leans in, and she reacts fast like she was already locked in on you. You say something mid, honestly not even your best material, and she's laughing like you're the main character in a Netflix series. That's a real sign, bro. When a girl likes you, she'll often make you feel funnier, smoother, and more interesting than you actually are. Because in her mind, you kind of are. Attraction does that. It adds a little sparkle to everything you say. Now, obviously, one laugh alone means nothing. Some people are just nice. But if she keeps doing it, especially when your jokes are weak and she's still fully invested, that's different. Do you really think that reaction was random? Next, she remembers the little things. And I don't mean basic stuff like your name or what you do for work. I mean the weird, random details you mentioned once and forgot about, like your go-to cereal, the fact you hate olives, or that your dog Max is terrified of cucumbers. That's not just good memory. That's selective attention. Bro, people don't archive random details unless you matter a little. When a girl is attracted to you, she pays closer attention than she even realizes, because her brain is tagging you as important. That's why she remembers the offhand comment you made last Tuesday while everyone else forgot it 5 minutes later. And honestly, that one hits harder than most guys think. Because attraction isn't always loud. Sometimes it looks like quiet observation. So if she keeps bringing up those tiny details out of nowhere, don't brush it off like it's nothing. People remember what they care about. And if she remembers the small stuff, you probably made a bigger impact than you think. Number 3. She keeps the conversation going when it could have ended 3 times already. And this is where a lot of guys miss it, because they're waiting for some huge obvious signal, instead of noticing that she just keeps giving them more time. You say something, she could easily just go, cool, and leave it there. But instead she asks where you went, how it was, what you're doing this weekend, or spins the whole thing into a new topic. That's not small talk, that's investment. When a girl wants to stay connected, she won't let the interaction die that easily. She keeps tossing the ball back into your court because she likes the vibe and doesn't want the moment to end yet. And honestly, time is one of the clearest forms of attention we have. People give more of it to what they care about. So if she keeps extending the convo for no real reason, pay attention. She may not be saying she likes you out loud, but her actions are keeping you there. Number 4. She puts her phone down when she talks to you. And nowadays, that's a big one. Because let's be real, most people are half in the conversation and half in their notifications. But when a girl is genuinely attracted to you, her brain starts prioritizing the real-time connection over everything buzzing in her hand. So if you notice, she's texting other people while talking to everyone else. But with you, she locks in, puts the screen away, holds eye contact, and stays fully present. That is not a small detail. That's a green light. In 2026, full attention is basically romantic currency. It's rare, and that's exactly why it matters. She's showing you that, for that moment, you are more interesting than whatever's happening on her phone. And trust me, that says a lot. Now, does that guarantee she's in love? No. But does it mean you've got her attention in a real way? Absolutely. And these days, that alone is saying something. Number 5. She finds little reasons to touch you or close the distance. Not in some huge, dramatic movie way. I'm talking subtle stuff. She taps your arm when she laughs, fixes your collar, nudges your shoulder, or stands just a little closer than she needs to. And yeah, context matters. One random touch by itself could mean nothing. But when it keeps happening alongside strong eye contact, real attention, and that warm energy, now you've got something. because the body usually tells the truth before words do. A girl might not say she's into you, but she'll test comfort in small physical ways to see how it feels between you two. Like you say something funny, she laughs, touches your hand for a second, then keeps talking like it was nothing. Bro, that's the kind of moment guys replay later for a reason. So don't build a whole fantasy off one signal, but if the pattern keeps showing up, pay attention. That's rarely accidental. Number 6. Her whole energy shifts when you show up. This one is subtle, but once you see it, you can't unsee it. Maybe she's talking to everybody else in a normal way, chill, casual, nothing special. Then you walk in, and suddenly her face opens up, her voice gets lighter, and there's a little extra spark in how she talks to you. That change matters. Because attraction usually doesn't announce itself with some giant neon sign. It shows up in contrast. It's not just what she does, it's how differently she does it with you. Notice how she is with everyone else, and then notice the shift when it's you. Maybe she gets softer, more playful, more engaged, or just a little more alive. A lot of the time, that reaction is unconscious. She may not even realize she's doing it, but her nervous system does. And that's why this sign is so underrated. If her vibe changes every time you enter the picture, bro, that is not something to ignore. Number 7. She teases you and creates little inside jokes with you. This one is big, especially in Western dating culture, because playful teasing is often just flirting in a hoodie. Maybe you mispronounced a word one time, made some dramatic comment, or told a story that went slightly off the rails, and now she keeps bringing it up every time she sees you. That's not her being annoying. That's her building a private little world between the two of you. Teasing like that creates rhythm, familiarity, and a vibe that feels more personal than normal small talk. But here's the key. Flirty teasing comes with warmth. She's smiling, her eyes are soft, and the joke feels like an invitation, not an attack. She's not trying to embarrass you. She's trying to keep the energy going. If she keeps giving you a hard time, she might actually be giving you the green light. So pay attention to the tone, not just the words. Sometimes attraction sounds a lot like playful trouble. Number 8. She keeps showing up in your orbit. And no, I don't mean in some creepy, stalking your location way. I mean, she keeps finding little ways to be around. She replies to your story more than she needs to, starts random conversations, ends up in the same group chats, or somehow keeps appearing at that same coffee spot where you always are. Once or twice? Sure, coincidence. But bro, at some point, coincidence starts working overtime. When a girl is attracted to you, she'll often make soft moves instead of obvious ones. She won't always say, "Hey, I like you." She'll just keep placing herself in your space and giving you chances to do something with it. That's what makes this one so easy to miss. It doesn't feel dramatic, it feels casual. But repeated casual is not always casual. It's investment. She's creating opportunities without forcing the moment. So if she keeps popping up in your world in small, consistent ways, pay attention. That pattern usually means something. Number 9. She gets curious about your dating life. And this is where the signs start getting a lot less subtle. Maybe she asks if you're seeing anyone, what your type is, or what your weekend plans usually look like. And sometimes she won't ask it directly. She'll circle around it. She'll bring up your ex, joke about you probably having options, or casually ask what kind of girl you usually go for. Why would she need that information unless it mattered to her? That's not random curiosity, that's her checking the door to see if it's open before she walks through it. She's trying to figure out whether there's space for her without putting herself fully on the line. And this is where a lot of guys mess it up by getting weird, vague, or acting unsure of themselves. If she's asking, that's usually a sign of interest, not an interview. So don't panic. Just answer like a confident man. Because once she starts exploring your romantic world, chances are she's wondering if she could fit into it. And finally, the final boss. She creates the opening, but she leaves it for you to walk through. This is the strongest sign, because she's not saying, "I like you," out loud. She's giving you the setup. She mentions she's free this weekend. She says she's been wanting to try that new rooftop bar. She casually drops, "None of my friends are down to go," and just leaves that hanging in the air like a gift. Bro, this is the final boss, because if you still miss this one, come on. A lot of women won't make the first move directly. They'll create the moment and see if you have the confidence to meet it. That's the play. That's the invitation. Attraction is not always spoken. Sometimes it looks like an opportunity placed right in front of you. And if she keeps handing you perfect openings like that, stop treating it like random conversation. At some point, she's not just talking. She's giving you the green light to step up. So look, if you've seen one of these signs, maybe it means something, maybe it doesn't. But if you've seen 2, 3, 4 of them showing up consistently, bro, you're not delusional. You're picking up on a pattern. And that's the whole point. Attraction is rarely one giant movie moment. Most of the time, it's a bunch of small green lights stacked on top of each other. So stop waiting for absolute certainty. That's not how this works. The goal isn't to read her mind with 100% accuracy. The goal is to notice the signs, stay grounded, and make your move in a way that's confident, respectful, and not weird. Because overthinking has probably cost more guys real opportunities than rejection ever has. If you've been ignoring signals because you were scared of getting it wrong, take this as your reminder to trust what's right in front of you. And if you've ever had a girl do one of these, drop it in the comments. I know every guy watching has at least one story. Subscribe if this helped, and stick around, because in the next video, we're breaking down how to actually approach her with confidence without being awkward. Don't miss that one.